So today we are going to create the Step V pulley draft. It's going to be similar to the Step A pulley, but you can see this time we're going to do something just a little different, and we're going to add a detail. So let's get into it. We're going to go to File Sheet Setup, and we're going to use an A3 sheet on the background and an A3 wide sheet. We're going to fit this, but we need to view our background sheets. Again, make sure you're working on your A3 sheet. We're going to delete this, get rid of some of this. Edit this. You should be getting pretty good at this by now. We're ready to insert our drawing. We're going to do the Step V pulley. We want the custom. Be sure this is your front view. We're going to bring in the side view and the isometric view. We're going to move these around. Going to rescale. I know I'm going pretty quickly here, but we did all of this in the Step Pulley A, so refer back to that if you think you need to. Going to add the caption for this side view. Now we're going to go ahead and add the section view. First we need the cutting plane line. We're going to line that up with the quadrant, but we want to be outside the quadrant. Go to the center and up. If you right click, it's the same as hitting turning it off. We're going to go to Finish. Make sure we do ANSI. We want our arrows pointing away from the object. Click on that line. We're going to go to Properties, turn off the caption, change the line type, and we're going to make this line a little bit thicker. Before we can drag the section view over, we need to shrink the front view. So we just click on the outside of that, grab the box in the center there, and drag this down and align the middle. Now we're ready to bring in the section view. So I click on this section view button, and then we are going to click on horizontal, and then vertical, drag that over, try to align it the best you can. Click. Mine got off just a little bit, so I'm going to move it just slightly, a little bit to the right. We got that lined up. That one's a little off. Probably the best I can get. I don't want the hidden lines on this view, so I'm going to go to Properties, Display, turn off the hidden edge style. While I'm here, I'm going to turn off the caption and the suffix. Okay, so we've completed the section view. We want to now add the detail view. So to do that, we're going to go to the detail button over here, click on it, click on the center, create a circle. It's going to give us a bigger circle we're going to place down here. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and start dimensioning. To dimension, we first want to go to Format, Style, and set up the ANSI. We're going to modify this a little bit. Just the text, we're going to put at 3.0. Hit Apply. ready to add dimensions like in this completed draft, one of the trickier things is adding the angles. It seems like it should be straightforward, but it's not. So we need to find our angle thing it hides behind the distance between button. The default is the horizontal vertical setting. We're going to change that to use dimension axis. Once we click on that, this becomes accessible, the dimension axis. We have to define that. So we click on that, and then click on our vertical line down here. Then we click on this diagonal line and this other diagonal line, and back to the other diagonal line. And that gives us our angle there. If we want to do this again, we have to click over here, define our axis one more time as this, and then click on this line and the diagonal line. That one gives us our 20. So that's not too bad. Now you want to add dimensions as they are on the draft view provided. One of the things that you probably aren't sure how to do is add these little symbols. These are machining symbols, which mean that after the object has been manufactured, you need to go in and smooth off these surfaces. So I'm going to show you how to add those symbols at this time. You go over to the corner here, click on that tool. We want to make sure that the leader is turned off, and then we're going to go to the properties. We want to choose the type of symbol we want, and then hit OK. We're going to put our first one on the surface here, and that one is probably a little bit big. So I want to click on that object. I have some additional things when I go back to properties. What I want to look at is the size. The default size is 3.0. I'm going to shrink that down to 2 and then hit OK. What I want to do though, now that it's 2, I have it set at 2, I want to name this 2 so that I can load up and adjust these other ones real quickly. So I hit save and then hit OK. Now when I click on this, I can go to my properties and load the 2, hit OK, and now I can place these in here. And you can use this to zoom in on that while you're doing it. It's going to make your life easier. You just have to kind of be careful about how you put them so that they don't overlap and that your drawing looks good. Let's see if we got them all. Oh, I forgot 2 surfaces. That's how you do that. The last thing I'm going to show you today, when I hit fit, we need to update this view to show a quarter of it removed. So I go to the arrow tool and then just double click on the object. It's going to open the object in the part area. I've already made this cutout, so I just come over here, click on it, right click, and unsuppress the cutout. I hit close over here. Make sure you hit the small X. It's going to ask if you want to save. Hit yes. When you return to the draft environment, you'll see gray boxes around everything. That means that your views are out of date, which isn't real important because these gray boxes do not print. But over here now I can click on the box, right click, and go down to update view, and that'll show me it just the way I wanted it to. You want to refer back to your drawing and make sure you have every bit of information on yours that's shown here. Make sure that you add the detail, scale. Be sure to add the note about the material, and of course you want to have a title of your draft. Here's another note. We do have the scale showing over here on the isometric view. Print your sheet, turn it into the tray. Have a great day.